Well, I think the scrum on the weekend was a really good example. I think that, if you take the first game against South Africa to how the scrum performed against a French scrum on the weekend, which is a fairly dominant pack, I think there's substantial improvement there. I also think like I said earlier, I think the players are starting to own how we want to play the game, and they're starting to shape sort of our game framework and how we're going to approach the game. So I think an important thing to note now is that the way we play the game and what we put on the field is really starting to be driven from within the group, and that's a big step forward for us. Yeah, I think so. I think, like I said, the impression within the group is that we're growing every time we go into the field. We certainly feel like we're getting tighter as a team, and we're in a good position to start the World Cup. Obviously, we've got our pool rounds where we'll continue to grow, and we want to be hitting our straps kind of later in the competition. So I think we're in a good position. We're at a good starting point now, but we need to continue to be really diligent on how we grow our game over the next period of time. Yeah, it's obviously an incredible experience. This is where everybody wants to be, players and coaches in Australia. You want to be coaching at the highest level. This is obviously the premier competition in our game. This is where everybody wants to be, so I'm stoked about that. But my focus day to day is doing what's best for the team and trying to do my job as well as I can. So I'll worry about that another day.
Do you feel like the change?
Probably how we went out in the quarters, I'd say. There's a few boys here from the last World Cup as well, just remembering that sour taste. So, probably the final series was the biggest learning point from the last World Cup. Oh yeah, I guess it's different when you're at a World Cup. Obviously, it's the first World Cup and the World Cup I've been to. So, losing like that in the finals is, especially when it's probably the only time in your career that you really have those pool stages and the knockout series. It's pretty tough, considering you have to wait another 4 years. So, many of the boys have said it before. A lot of guys don't get opportunities. So, you never know. Maybe your last opportunity, or maybe more. But just making the most of it when it comes.
And what are some of the differences?
Eddie's probably been to the most World Cups out of anyone. So, he speaks about savouring and enjoying the experience and making the most out of the cup. And obviously we're here to win it. So, not shying away from that challenge and just enjoying it and making lifelong memories as we go.
Yeah, I have. I think I spoke before about it. That Springbok test coming off the bench there. It's quite emotional there, and I've thought about it over the last few months and spoke to my twin brother, and been a hell of a ride, and it's crazy journey.
What's he?
It has a little bit, but I probably reflect on it more once it's finished more. The World Cup's finished, sitting back and maybe having a beer and thinking about the last few months. But for now, I haven't really had too much time to think about it, which is probably a good thing for me, to be fair. No, not really. Eddie's Eddie. He knows what his plan is, and he's quite meticulous on what he does. And mate, he's been good for the group, and he's just. All the players are just buying in, and we trust him, and he's got a plan moving forward, and we've all bought in, and.
Oh, so boy.
I thought we were a better title than that. Richie. I can see a bit Hey Vincent. I've got it. Hey, this one. I think we're going to go to Alaska.
About another 5 minutes or so, guys. A little bit under 5. Thank you.
Thanks, Marty.
No problem. Oh, thanks, Jordan.
Thanks for saying thanks.
She's a good jumper. Right? Yeah, they're just either too big, but at least they got lateral room for my feet.